Yes, welcome once again. Today we're still discussing about the 2024 Nigeria tax bill. Now, this is PAYE computation for low income earners. The last video I did was on high income earners, and in that video we noticed that the rich pay more compared to what we are currently operating. Yes, in the current one, the last one I computed, the rich are paying more. But today we're going to look at what? The poor. Now this is the annual salary. This is monthly, sorry. 140 times 12 will give you 1.68 million. Right? Good. Then this is the pension. Mind you, this pension, 8% of BHT, basic housing and the transportation, but we just hit the 8% on this, but normally it's on basic housing and transportation. It will give us this figure, which is our redefined gross profit. Sorry, did I say gross profit? Gross pay. Gross pay. Now, consolidated relief allowance for the current one that we're currently operating is 1% of the GP or 200, whichever is higher. 200 in this case, when you take 1% of this, you find out that 200 is higher. Then 20% of the gross pay, 20% of this will give you this. Now you find out that the proposed one that we are proposing don't have any consolidated relief allowance here. That's why you have that here. Then the only allowance here, rent allowance, 200 is 200, 20% of your annual rent, or 200, whichever is lower. We just assume here that at most the most will always put 200. I think this is a loophole. Yes, this is a loophole in which everybody will just be putting 200, 200, 200. If not, normally your rent is 20% of your rent. Will give you this. Like if we check 20% of the rent now, the rent, let's say your rent is for a year, for low income earners, let's say your rent is 250,000 naira for a year. 250, then 250, then 20% of it divided by 100, it will give you 50,000 naira, right? Whichever is lower, that is to say this 50,000 naira is lower, which is supposed to be here. But in this case, virtually everybody will want to put 200 as the lower. I think it's a loophole, but I know they will look into this. Yes, I definitely know they will look into this. But for the purpose of this tutorial, let's take this as the lower, right? Good. Then after everything, we'll have this as the taxable income. This minus this will give you this as the taxable income. Right now, let us apply the rates. The current rate, the proposed rates. Now, at the end, you found out that the yearly payee, sorry, let's start with the current. The yearly payee for the current is 119,472 for yearly. Currently, what we are operating now. And the monthly is 9,956, right? Good. Now the proposed one, the one that we are anticipating to come, I think we should support this bill because it's quite good for the low income earners. Yes, the yearly here is 81,840, whereas the monthly here is 6,820, right? Good. So if you check the difference here, you find out that actually the tax reduces for low income earners. Yes, the tax reduces, that is the payee reduces. But in the case of the high income earners, it is what they are paying more. The reason is because of the tax rate. The tax rate after this 800, the next one, it began to increase. I will do a special video just to explain the tax rate between the current and the proposed. You see where those things like So many people are saying that, why is there no relief allowance in the current one? I will tell you where all this relief allowance is embedded in the proposed PAYE. All this CRS we are embedded somewhere. I'm going to tell you that in that video that I'm going to do. But for the sake of this video, it's just to let us know that the low-income earners will pay less than what they have been paying before if the tax bill is being implemented, and we hope it is implemented so that the low-income earners can breathe. Actually, it favors the low-income earners. So that is just what we're trying to say. So thank you very much, and see you in our next video. Please do subscribe to encourage us. Thank you, and God bless you.